The city council agenda instead of the board of finance or the board of safety. All right, so it is 6:31 PM. So I'd like to call this regular meeting of the Board of Public Safety to order. For the record, today is Wednesday, December 4th. And we have commissioners attending both in person and via Zoom. So for the record, present in the auditorium, I have Commissioner Young, Commissioner McElroy, Commissioner McLeod, and participating via Zoom, I have Commissioner Cogswell. That is a quorum. So before we jump into the agenda, could we kindly stand and pledge the flag? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number one, just so that we can move through the agenda, can I have a motion to open the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner McLeod, seconded by Commissioner McElroy. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And there is nobody from the public in attendance, so we're going to move right into item number two. I will entertain a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes from November 6, 2024.
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner McLeod, seconded by Commissioner Young. Questions or comments on the minutes? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Item three, I'll entertain a motion to waive the city bid process and accept the sole source pricing from Neptune uniforms and equipment from Haverhill, Mass. For the replacement of the 10 honor guard uniforms in the amount of $12,875, having already been approved by the city council on November 18th. Funding for the purchase will be from their uniforms account. Thank you, Commissioner McElroy, and I heard Commissioner Young. Questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item four, I'll entertain a motion to award the purchase/replacement of the cat cages at the Animal Control Facility to Otto Environmental from Greenfield, Wisconsin, in the amount of $3,300 per unit. We're estimating 5 to 6 double units. City Council did approve this on Monday, December 2nd. The funding is from the Police Department Capital Reserve account, as further explained in the purchasing agent's letter dated November 26th. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner McLeod, seconded by Commissioner McElroy. Are there questions or comments?
Just very, very quick question. Just one bid? Is that unusual? I mean, this is the first time we've really dealt with anything like that. I mean, it may be normal. I'm just curious. Probably for that, Jared, the reason. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item five, I'll entertain a motion to accept Police Chief Baldwin's reports. This report for October 2024.
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Commissioner McElroy, seconded by Commissioner Young. Questions or comments on the report? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item six, I'll entertain a motion to accept Fire Chief Borden's report for October 2024.
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner McLeod,
Second.
and seconded by Commissioner McElroy. Questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, item seven, I'll entertain a motion to accept the EMS provider activity report for October 2024.
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Commissioner McElroy, seconded by Commissioner Young. Questions or comments? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item eight, I'll entertain a motion to consider business by the Board of Safety Policy Subcommittee.
Mayor, I'd make a motion on the table. We'll most likely have some business for the next meeting, but
Thank you.
for today, I'd
So I
ask
have
for a
a
motion on the table.
Okay, motion to table made by Commissioner Cogswell. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner McElroy. Motion made and seconded. All in favor? Any
Aye.
opposed? All right. We'll wait for the new year to follow up on those. All right, item 9, I will entertain a motion to consider business by the volunteer fire departments.
So move, they're not here.
I know. Ed's iPhone? No? Okay. We could table. Do I have a motion to table?
Make a motion to table.
Thank you, Commissioner McElroy.
Second.
And a second by Commissioner McLeod to table. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, item 10, I'll entertain a motion to consider business by the department heads.
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
Commissioner McElroy, seconded by Commissioner Young. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? To you, Chief Baldwin, anything this evening?
Good evening. Very briefly, our police social worker is beginning on December 9th. The model is going to be taken after other police departments within our state of Connecticut. We're excited to have her on board. It'll be a huge benefit to our community and to our members of our department. Officer Young is set to graduate on January 8th from the Meriden Police Academy, so we're looking forward to that. The PAL Stuff-A-Bus for this Christmas season is scheduled for up at Walmart on December 14th. Our next gen and radio project is moving forward that this board approved a while ago, so we're moving along in our CAT RMS system and our new radios. The cruiser radios have already been installed, and we're going to be working on our portable radios. We're still working with the state on that. Myself and Deputy Chief Barone, we had a meeting this past month with the overnight shelter personnel as well as the soup kitchen director, DJ, to discuss the upcoming overnight shelter season. Also, Marshall Howe was with us as well, just to go over some particulars concerning the soup kitchen. We think it's going to, it's being run very well, I think. So we're hoping that there's not going to be any significant issues there. And you know, to the soup kitchen director, DJ, I mean, he's an incredible find for that organization. So very pleased with him. And finally, on December 1st, the overnight parking ban went into effect, which will continue on through April. That's all I have.
Anything, Deputy?
Nothing from the deputy? Any questions for the chief?
Just a very general question. I was going to ask you about when the social worker was starting. I did notice that there were 73 different instances of mentally unstable,
Oh.
protective custody thing. Was that where this person would really help us?
She's-
Not that it's going to cut down on them, but
She's going to be helping.
manpower, you know?
She's going to be helping an awful. It's good. This is definitely a brand new item for us. It's going to be a work in progress as we move forward. But if we're going to base it on what the other departments and other social workers are doing, she will be addressing some of those issues. She's not a first responder. She's going to be doing a lot of follow-up work with members of our community who are suffering from mental health crises. She's going to be networking with our hospital staff and our Northwest mental health staff, as well as the McCall Foundation. She's going to be working with the CLEAR team, which is the opioid a follow-up case. She's going to be working with our peer support people, and more importantly, she's going to be working with our people as they deal with, as we deal with as a department with officer wellness. She's going to be available. We're going to make her available to Torrington Fire, as well as other city employees, street department as needed. But her main focus and her main primary responsibility will be to the police department. And again, the mayor supported this and was able to fund this position through the opioid settlement. So it's something that myself and the deputy chief, as we were preparing for next year's budget, we are going to have to budget some ancillary costs associated with this. But right now, I believe that the mayor will have better understanding as to how this is going to be funded throughout the next few years through the opioid settlement account. But down the road, this is something that we will more than likely be budgeted for. If I could just say, for the other departments that have had a social worker, it's been so successful that they've expanded it to additional personnel to include
I know.
a part-timer, a part-time person, and she's also taken on interns which has been beneficial to to the community and to the towns. But again, myself and Deputy Chief, we're overwhelmed with the amount of work that these social workers do. We don't want her burnt out, but we're really looking forward to it. And from what I understand, she's also very excited and looking forward to coming on board. So I think this is a great direction that we're headed in for not only officer wellness, but for our community. So.
Thank you.
And if I could, I'll just add to that, because the chief and I spoke quite a bit about this, and our personnel director and I spoke. I think this is the first year we're really trying to figure out how great is this need, but also what are those complementary needs. So when we talk about whether or not this would be expanded to include additional social work, we certainly anticipate that that might be a reality for us to face. And these opioid funds, the settlements funds are coming in over the next 9 years for one particular group of settlements, and then 18 years for the other. So I do think that what we'll find is there will be sufficient funding, at least for the foreseeable future, for us to continue to fund this and perhaps expand it if it's needed.
Thank you.
If there are no other questions, I'm going to move into the fire department. Deputy Chief.
Good evening. The Chief Warden's not feeling too well tonight, so I'm sitting in his place. Just a couple of items here. The volunteers had their live burn last night up at the Regional Fire Training School with Chief Shopey. Great turnout. I stopped up there for a little while until I froze to death. But great turnout, and it is showing their compassion and their dedication. Both units actually had trucks available today for the call we had up at the school. So they both were available during the day, which is fantastic to see over the last few years that there were, dying source. So it's good to see that they're getting more and more people. Promotional exams for our driver operator are scheduled for January. We do have a driver's opening, so we're going to do a promotional test for that. The burn ban has been lifted. I lifted that after the state lifted their burn ban. Everybody knows it was a very dry season with brush fires, and we're very active. I did give the recruit class a temporary exemption because they actually had to do a live burn up at the regional school. And I told the director up at the academy, as long as the governor and his boss, the fire administrator, approved of his plan, because they had to do a whole safety plan. Because obviously, we're burning, and people are going to say, well, why are they so special? So they had a whole safety plan that I approved, and I signed off and gave them a temporary exemption for that. We had an incident at the Oldie School today with the fast actions of Deputy Fire Marshal Howe and TPD. They do have a suspect that they're going to be, my understanding, make an arrest on that. We contained the fire to the bathroom. The guys did a great job. It was a small fire. They got in there, and it was smoky more than anything, but just wanted to get that out there. All of our FEMA classes from our Assistance to Firefighters grant have been completed finally. So we should see the overtime drop down. He's not here tonight, of course, but we should see the overtime going back to normal. The last thing I have is the Christmas for Children drive that the union puts on every year is going and is active. They do a great job with that, helping the organizations around the city. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy. Any questions?
Can you update us on the new hires or possible hires? Because the
Oh,
academy
yes.
started.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. So there was a process done, and I know Commissioner McLeod was in that process, interview process with the Human Resources. They compiled 5 names, and I'm happy to say that the Human Resources Director is ready to release 5 offers to those top 5 names, probably going out tomorrow.
That was my question.
Any other questions for Deputy Chief? Then we'll move into anything from Trinity this evening. All right, let's move into item number 11. I will entertain a motion to consider business by the mayor and members.
So move.
Thank you, Commissioner McLeod.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Young. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll start with our Commissioner online. Anything this evening, Commissioner Coxwell?
No new business other than just to wish everyone a happy upcoming holidays and healthy and safe 2025 that's coming sooner than we think, which is hard to believe. But other than that, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner McLeod, anything this evening?
Nothing other than everybody have a great holiday. Enjoy.
Commissioner McElroy?
I just have a question for the PD. I see a lot of intersections have cameras, and I don't know if they are cameras, if they're state cameras. Well, how many intersections in the city can we monitor?
There's 10 cameras. We're
10.
monitoring,
Intersections?
we're monitoring 4 intersections with 10 cameras.
Okay,
Some of the other cameras you're probably seeing are state cameras on that monitor traffic.
traffic, okay. All right, so we can monitor some of these intersections?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
They've been very successful. Some of the issues that we've been dealing with,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
they've been,
I think they're important that they're out there.
yeah, huge benefit.
We can monitor parts of the city when we're not having eyes on.
They're not live cameras though. They're not live. It's not like we can log in and look at what's going on in the intersection.
Oh, you
It's
can.
not live.
It's not live.
It's not live.
What do they do then?
It's license plate readers for monitoring and you get a short video when the car goes through. So they're LPRs.
Oh, okay, so if we
License
had a
plate
motor vehicle accident at the intersection or something, suspect flies through that area, we can't
You
check
could
in?
probably go in and watch if it caught a plate at
Oh.
the same time it was going through, there's a 10 to 15-second video that we can download. So there is a possibility, yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
can get that.
All right.
But it's mainly license plate reading and traffic. I mean, with the 10 cameras we have now, we're doing about 590,000 plates in every 7 days,
Yeah. Okay, thanks for clearing that up.
including fire.
I was waiting for you to ask where they are so you could start avoiding them.
I don't have to worry about it.
Thank you. Anything, Commissioner Young?
No, Merry Christmas, everyone.
All right, then I'll move into item 12. There being no further business before the board, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner McElroy, Commissioner McLeod, all in favor?
Bye.
All right.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you all.
Have a nice holiday, everybody.
Thank you.